Morning, everybody. We're going to go ahead and begin our ceremony today. Thank you if everybody's all set. All right, good morning. My name is Fred Gillespie. I'm one of the Deputy Chiefs with the City of Erie Fire Department, and I'll serve as your MC today. Welcome, family and friends. We are pleased that you are here with us today to recognize these fire department members that either are being promoted up the ranks or are beginning their career with the Erie Fire Department. We've had some unique challenges over the last couple years that prevented us to gather together like this, so the recognitions are well overdue. But Mayor Schember and Chief Walko wanted to make sure we were able to celebrate these accomplishments with you, your family, and friends, because it was their support and encouragement that helped each of you individually to realize your goals. So if we would all still stand, please, for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If you could please stand for one more moment, please, for a moment of silence to remember those members who have come before us and are no longer with us. And I also ask that you keep in mind in your thoughts and prayers firefighter Mike Smith, who's been battling cancer for a while now and has unfortunately taken a turn for the worse recently. Thank you. Please be seated. Mr. Mayor, Chief Walko, honored guests, it's my pleasure to introduce the following members who have studied, take additional classes, and have tested for the opportunity to be promoted in the City of Erie Fire Department. When I call your name, if you'd please step forward. Donald Sauer. After graduating Cathedral Prep, Don joined the Navy in October of 1989, and he served in Desert Shield and Desert Storm. After leaving the Navy in 1993, he worked for EmergiCare before starting at the Fire Department. He started on the Fire Department on February 6 of 1997 at Engine Company Number 10. He also worked on Ladder 2, Engine 3, Engine 13, Tower 2, and started an investigation division in November of 2020. He transferred to the Inspection Division full-time December of 2020. He was promoted to Lieutenant in April of 2021, but remained in the Inspection Division. In June of 2022, he was promoted to Chief Fire Inspector, replacing retiring Chief Inspector Darren Hart, who is also with us today. With him today to help celebrate this accomplishment is his wife Heather, his son Joshua, and then his two older children, Remley and Lucas, and also his mother, Barbara. Being promoted to the rank of captain in September was William Hollenbeck. Unfortunately, he was unable to join us today. Being promoted to the rank of lieutenant, Alphonse Bucarol. Al was first introduced to the fire service in 1988 as a firefighter with the U.S. Air Force. With support of his family, he was reintroduced in 2010 when he became a member of the Erie Fire Department. Al was promoted to lieutenant in January of 2021. He is the 4th platoon officer at Engine Company Number 6, one of our 2 rescue companies, where he has served his entire career thus far. Al is also an avid outdoorsman and donates much of his time back to the community as a leader and active member with the Regional Urban Search and Rescue Team. He is also the Fire Department's representative to the Community Service Fund Board and is a director on Local 293, the Fire Department's union. Richard Riesland. Richard joined the National Guard while in high school and eventually retired from it, but he started his interest in the medical field through the National Guard by being one of the first through the Combat Lifesaver course in 1993. This led him to become an EMT and then to join a volunteer fire department in 1994. He pursued his degree in fire science, finishing it at the same time he began his career with the Erie Fire Department in 2004. He is joined today by his wife Jennifer and his 4 children. On his free time, he does enjoy hunting, camping, and mountain biking. Joe Vicky. Joe began his career with the Erie Fire Department in August of 2010, following in the footsteps of his brother, Lieutenant Matt Vicky, who joins us today as well. Spending his years as a firefighter working on Engine 6, again one of our 2 rescue engines, prior to joining the fire department, Joe served our country in the U.S. Navy working as a construction mechanic and continued with auto body field after being honorably discharged in 1992. Joe was promoted to lieutenant in February of 2022 and has been assigned engine company number 8 on the 1st platoon. He's joined here today by his wife Brenda and father-in-law. Congratulations to each and every one of you getting promoted. Please go ahead and be seated now. All right, Mr. Mayor, again, Chief, honored guests, it's my pleasure to introduce the following members who have tested, completed training, and would now like to be sworn in as members of the Erie Fire Department. Gentlemen, as I call your name again, if you'd stand up. Ryan Hilliard. Ryan is an Erie native and graduated from McDowell, class of 2005. He enlisted in the U.S. Navy following high school, where he served on the USS Ronald Reagan as an aircraft firefighter. His shore duty was an aircraft firefighter instructor in Pensacola, Florida. From his first assignment, he knew his career path would be involved with the fire service. He met his wife of 12 years, Moana, and they have 4 children together. They live in Harbor Creek, and he is very active in their children's after-school activities. He is honored and humbled to serve the community as a firefighter. Joseph Maxumchuk. Born and raised in Erie, Joe graduated from Collegiate Academy High School and Penn State Barron. He earned a degree in finance in 2012. After college, Joe worked for several years before realizing he wanted a career where he could make a difference in the very community where he grew up, and decided to take the fire department test. He was hired in July of 2020. Joe is joined today in the audience by his parents and his wife, Christina. Joe and Christina were recently married in June of 2022. I'm going to want to remember that date. They are both animal lovers and have a cat and 2 giant dogs that take up majority of their time. Terrence Sedney. After high school, Terry joined the Marine Corps, serving 2 deployments in Iraq. Terry was honorably discharged in 2010 and came back home to Erie. Prior to joining the fire department, Terry spent nearly 7 years with Erie Insurance. He was motivated to join the fire department to fulfill a sense of duty and serve his community. Terry's family is also involved with several local businesses located on the waterfront here in Erie. He is joined today by his family, his wife Erica, his son Miles, and daughter Skylar. Greg Tenney. In 2007, Greg served 4 years in the United States Marine Corps Infantry and completed combat tours in both Iraq and Afghanistan. After being honorably discharged, he attended and graduated Gannon University with a bachelor's degree in risk management. In 2016, he was hired by Erie Insurance to be an underwriter for 5 years before joining the Erie Fire Department in January of 2021. Greg is honored to be part of this department so that he may help to the community in any way that many others cannot. He is married to his wife, Kia, and has 2 sons, which love the fact that he's a firefighter, Trowan and Bo. Gentlemen, if you would now still stand, please, the one's going to be sworn in. And give your attention to the mayor. And Mr. Mayor, if you do the honors.
Thank you. Thank you. So if you could raise your right hands, and I state your name.
I, Ryan Hillary,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania,
and that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
and impartially discharge the duties
and impartially discharge the duties
incumbent upon me,
incumbent upon me,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
with honor and integrity.
with honor and integrity.
I promise that I will
I promise that I will
humbly serve all citizens
humbly serve all citizens
with an urgent response to their crisis,
with an urgent response to their crisis,
with compassion, sincerity, and concern,
with compassion, sincerity, and concern,
patience, kindness, and respect.
patience, kindness, and respect.
I promise that I will,
I promise that I will,
at all times,
at all times,
conduct myself in a manner
conduct myself in a manner
that reflects positively on the fire department
that reflects positively on the fire department
and the city of Erie.
and the city of Erie.
I do swear.
I do swear.
Thank you very much. So we're out of the-
Congratulations. If everyone would be seated, please. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the Honorable Mayor Joseph Schember for a few comments.
Thank you very much. I'm honored to be here today. It's great to see this great crowd here, and I know everyone in here, you can be very proud of the men up ahead, in front of you here and the recognition they've got. And I'm glad we finally got to swear some firefighters in that have been here 2 years or more. So it's great to get that done finally. I think COVID got in our way a little bit, one reason we couldn't do it when we normally would, right when they're joining us. But firefighters do important work here in the city of Erie. They do a lot of great things. And they respond to fires, and there's usually anywhere from 4 to 8 or 9 a week of some kind, and they respond to a lot of false alarms as well. But the work they do that most of us don't realize, and as mayor I get reports on this all the time, and they respond to medical emergencies also. They're the first people at the site when there's a heart attack or somebody passes out, and they're so great at responding. They're there within a couple of minutes of being notified, and they're usually there quite a while before an ambulance would get there. And I had the opportunity about 2 years ago to ride in an ambulance, and we responded. It was on the Lower East Side. We responded to a call there, and the fire department was doing incredible work. The officers to try to bring this man back to life. His heart had stopped. It was very emotional, and I know that can be tough on our firefighters when you lose somebody. And they worked on that person for over an hour, trying to get him to breathe again and come back to life. But unfortunately, it wasn't able. I mean, and the fact, most of us never deal with anything like that during our lives. They deal with it all the time, and I'm amazed how well they do. I'm very, very respectful of the city's fire department. So on behalf of the residents, business owners, and visitors to our city, I humbly thank you all for what you've done and for what you do. We are better here because we have these firefighters protecting us. So now I'll turn it over to Chief Walco.
I would like to congratulate everyone up here on a job well done. And for our guests, thank you for joining us today and supporting your loved ones. It is a great job, but not always an easy job. We continue to need the support, encouragement, and understanding from all of you. You are a vital part of us being able to do the job we have sworn to do for the citizens and visitors to this wonderful city of Erie. Thank you.
This concludes the formal ceremony. The mayor and chief will stay for photos and would like very much to meet each and every one of you. So please congratulate them one more time, and let's get some pictures.